What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. If you're like me and you have a GoPro in your pocket but you can't really go out and use it, or you just bought a GoPro because you're going on a vacation or something, then this is the video for you, because today we're gonna look at how you can get 3 awesome types of photos out of your GoPro. You ready? Let's go. Alright guys, so the first GoPro photo that we're going to try and get is what I like to call the action selfie. So let's go and see if we can find a spot where we can get a great photo. Let's do it. Oh, this looks really nice. Like this alleyway with these trees over there. That's looking insane. Oh, gotta watch out for these bad boys. Alright, yeah, I think we can make this work. I think this looks good. So to get this GoPro action selfie shot, there's actually 3 selfie sticks that we can use to get different types of images. We have the short tripod, the short sticky thing, then we have the 3-way, and we have the long sticky thing. So the short sticky thing will give you a very intimate image, a very close-up image, because it's very close to you, and with the 3mm wide angle of the GoPro, you're gonna get really close into the action. The 3-way will give you a more medium shot, get a little bit more of the background into the image, and then you have the long big sticky, which will give you a really wide shot of everything and make your subject really small in your image. Alright, so for the shoot I will be using the Hero 7 Black, but it really doesn't matter which GoPro you have because all of the GoPros have the same features. Alright, so when starting off your GoPro you will be in the video menu, and to get some action selfies you don't want to be in the video menu, you want to switch over to the photo menu. And when you're in this photo menu, you have the option to choose what kind of photo you want to take. By tapping down here, you will be brought into that menu. You have the option to take a regular photo, or a burst photo, or a night photo. And because we want the action selfie, we definitely want to use the burst photo mode. When you're in burst photo mode, you can use this menu to decide on what type of burst you want to choose. By tapping up in the left corner, you can choose between the different burst settings. So you have 30 images over 6 seconds, you have 30 images over 3 seconds, 30 images over 2 seconds. You can also just pick auto. But for this action shot, I actually prefer the 30 images over 3 seconds, because that fires off enough images for you to capture the right moment. And you've got 3 seconds of time for the action. I'm gonna go. So the next thing we'll take care of is Pro Tune. So you go back into your menu, you select Pro Tune, you select on, and that will bring you into the Pro Tune menu. You want your white balance to be in auto just because of different temperature settings that might occur during your shoot. You want your ISO minimum to be at 100 and your ISO maximum to be at around 400, and your sharpness set to medium, because the sharpness that you will be getting out of the GoPro doesn't really look as great. I've got the color set to GoPro because we don't want a flat image in our photo. We want to edit directly from the GoPro color, and that is about it. Start the shoot off with the small stick thingy that also doubles as a tripod. I like using this because it gives you a really more intimate shot and it's a little bit closer in on the action. One pro tip that I have for you guys is just flipping your GoPro vertically, because if you flip it on your side, you've got a little bit more area or a little bit more real estate to work with in your image, and it also fits better for all social media purposes, because a very frequently used aspect ratio on social media is 4:5, which is a lot easier to film if you're shooting vertically rather than horizontally. So when you're doing the action, I always like to twist my GoPro and hold it vertically, just because that gives me a little bit more room to play with. Alright, so I think we should get started with the first photo. Let's go. Oh, and the second thing that I forgot to mention earlier is that the GoPro has a 3-second and a 10-second timer before it starts the capture. And I like using the 3-second timer because that just gives me enough time to press the shutter button, get the action going before the burst actually starts. The second stick we're using is the 3-way. This is just going to give us a little bit more extension on our arm and just get a little bit more background into the photo. Again, we're trying to shoot vertical because that gives us more real estate, and we're using the 3-second timer just so that we have enough time to press the shutter button and get the action going. Alright, let's see what we can get. The last shot that we're going to be getting is using this big sticky, just because that's going to give us a really wide angle of view. Just going to give like a supernatural feeling to the image, like a small subject in a big place, and I just love that shot. Alright, so let's see what we can get with this big stick thingy. Alright, so I think these shots turned out really nice. Let's get on to the second one, which I like to call the POV. So for this shot, I like to capture the landscape and the scene that we have here, and I actually like this road because it has leading lines and the trees are really nice and tall, and it like sort of hides the direct sunlight. And but you sort of want to add a human element to it. So what we're going to try and do, we're going to see if we can capture this alleyway, this road, because of the nice trees and the leading lines. And if you see here, just goes off into the distance, but you sort of want to add a human element to it. So either like a couple of feet, or you want to like add your hands as a human element in the image. All right, so for that POV shot, I actually like using the time-lapse setting because that'll shoot a raw photo every 5 seconds, and that gives you a little bit more creativity when you're moving around. All right, so to get into the time-lapse setting, you basically just swipe to the left, and then you're in time-lapse mode. And what you want to do, you want to select not time warp, or you don't want to select time-lapse video, but you want to select time-lapse photo, which will give you single images that you can work with later in Lightroom. Then when you're choosing your settings, you want to choose 5 seconds, the field of view wide, and you want to use raw because that just gives you more editing capability in Lightroom. All right, so let's see what other POV style photos we can get. The last shot that we're going to get today is what I like to call the static action shot. And what you do is you place your GoPro in a frame where you feel like the background looks really nice, and then you set it on a tripod, and you use the burst mode, and then you just perform an action right in front of it to get a really nice shot. So let's see what we can do. All right, and one more thing, if you're shooting with GoPro, you always want to make sure that you're shooting in really, really bright daylight, because the GoPro sensor is so small, it needs a lot of light for the image to look good later. Because if there's not enough light, your image will just look grainy as shit. Yeah guys, isn't this just like a great day? Blue skies, this is insane. So as you've seen, this little thing is really capable. You can get a lot of really nice shots, especially through the 3mm wide angle lens. So I'm really, really happy with this camera. See what you can get up to. I hope this video helped you, and I hope I sparked a little bit of creativity in you to go out and use your GoPro a little bit more. All right guys, with that being said, I wish you all a great day. Stay home, stay safe, peace. We don't have a cap today, so I think this must do. See you later.